why getting lean is more spiritual than physical. Truth be told, in this day and age, right, everyone just thinks, just following a calorie deficit, eating and training hard, right, and getting the steps in is the only thing that you need to do for you to actually get results. And truth be told, that is right, right? But that's not what people tend to do, right? People try to do that. They try stay consistent. They try their best to make this into a lifestyle, but they never truly actually make the transformation. I'm not too sure about you guys, but for myself, right, I've been in and out of this journey for so long. I've tried to stay consistent in the past, and for some reason, I kept falling off. For some reason, used to go to the gym for like a month. For 2 months, I'd try eat healthy and clean, and then I'd fall off, right? It's taking me at least 3 to 4 attempts to actually get lean, to actually put on muscle and actually see some real results. And truthfully, I did not expect it to be more of a mental shift than a physical shift. I thought if I just eat clean, train hard, I'll get results. But that's not what it took, right? What it really took was sacrifices. Sacrifices when it came to my lifestyle, when it came to food, when it came to drinking, when it came to going out and partying, right? There's a lot of things that you have to start to sacrifice. And I also mean you have to sacrifice your old identity. Because look, put it this way, right? I'm going to give you 2 examples. The person that you are today, by the time you have your whole transformation, by the time you gain a great physique, by the time you start looking more attractive, you start building self-respect, you start building your confidence, I can promise you one thing, you are not going to be the same person. The person that you need to become, that person there, he's going to be totally different to who you are today, right? And that's why I'm saying getting lean and getting on actually like building muscle is more of a spiritual journey than it is a physical, because you have to change mentally. You have to slowly become the higher version of yourself, right? And I'm talking about you being disciplined for once. I'm talking every time you tell yourself that you're going to eat clean for the week, you actually stick to them words. You actually trust yourself. You trust every little word that you say to yourself. Because truth be told, right, the moment I used to fall off, every time I used to, train, I go to the gym, and I used to skip my meals. I'd order a takeaway, right? I'd low-key lose that self-respect in me. I wouldn't truly believe every single word I would say to myself, right? And the more you think about that, it really shows that if you can't keep a promise to yourself, what can you truly keep a promise to? And that's what and that's what I truly mean about it's a spiritual journey, because the person that you have to truly change, you have to change into a completely new person. It's a new shift, right? And the way I built myself and the way I actually started seeing true results was I had to force myself, even on the days I didn't want to go to the gym. Even on the days that I didn't want to eat clean or eat healthy, I forced myself, right? There's no such thing as a balanced diet or balanced lifestyle when you want to reach your goal. You can only have that balanced lifestyle once you reach your goal. But if you're not at your goal yet, if you're not where you want to be yet, there's no such thing as balance, right? And I'm talking about obviously you getting in shape. Me personally, right, on my journey, I had to sacrifice my old self, my old habits, the way I used to operate my day-to-day life. Like I never even had a routine in terms of like my daily routine. Forget my gym workout. I'm talking about like my daily routine. Daily routine meaning I go to the gym at the same time, in the same place. I eat the similar amount of foods, like the same foods, just because I know I want to make my lifestyle a lot more easier and self-efficient for me to get results. The reason why most people never get results in the gym or in training or even see any sort of results in terms of building muscle, right, is because they're always freestyling their routine. They don't even have a daily routine. The moment I kind of built my own routine around food, around timing my workouts, around timing my meals, around creating systems around, again, meal prep, creating systems around my training, creating systems around what time I wake up every single day at the same time, what time I go sleep. I go sleep at the same time. I started to build habits. I shifted my old habits because again I used to go sleep at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, right? And now I'm in a routine of, you know what, I go in the toilet, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, you know what I'm saying? I do my skincare and then I get in bed, right? I am no longer the person that I used to be completely. My whole identity has changed. And you have to force your old self to die, and you have to make small changes in order for you to actually start aligning yourself with the higher version of yourself. I can promise you one thing, the moment you start doing that, man, you're going to start upgrading your whole life. You're going to start evolving as a person, as a man. And truthfully, again, I used to be someone that was so insecure back in the day, right? But now that I look into the mirror now, I take care of myself physically, mentally, spiritually. I'm proud of the person that I'm becoming, right? I don't need validation from people anymore. Not from women anyway. The only person that you need to validate is yourself, right? You need to become that your own best friend, right? Because we live in our heads. This is all physical, this is all material shit. But truthfully, we need to build the best relationship in our mind. The person that how we speak to ourselves is the most important thing. Speaking more positive, right? Going for the things that you truly want, not being afraid. Even if you do feel nervous, it's cool, it's fine, but you still go for what you want to truly achieve, right? Getting jacked, getting in shape is a spiritual journey. I cannot explain that any better than that, to be fair, right? Because you don't just change physically, you change mentally too. You change your whole belief system, right? Because even right now, you might be in a position where you think, you know what, I'm gonna get in shape, but it's not like 100% like you're gonna get in shape, right? It's just a dream right now. It's just a belief, right? But that belief gets stronger in your mind. The more you get closer to that future physique that you want in your life, the more you slowly get, you're heading in that direction. That belief starts to become true. And the person that you are today is having that blind faith in yourself. You need that blind faith, that delusional blind faith in yourself. Because once you get that dream physique that you truly want, you've transformed your whole life. You've transformed that whatever you say you can do, right? And that's the spirit part. Like, you're literally walking in the dark. You don't even know whether you're gonna get jacked or not. I didn't know when I was gonna get jacked. I just knew if I kept doing this shit, I'm gonna get results. I just knew if I did this on a daily basis, if I train hard, if I get my steps in, if I eat clean, get my high protein in, make sure I do progressive overload in the gym. I just had this blind faith that it's gonna work out. I'm gonna get my goal. I'm gonna reach that ideal physique that I want for myself. That's spiritual. You've had to put it in your mind. You've had to see it in your mind of how you're gonna look, your future self. And then once you get that future self, once you actually attain that future self, you're like, holy shit, I just did that. That's where your confidence comes through. That's where your confidence comes from. I mean, you gotta believe it in your mind first before you even achieve it. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. That's what I did. I visualized myself getting in shape. Even though I was doing the daily habits, every single day I was like, I just know I'm going to have bigger shoulders. I just know I'm going to have bigger arms. My traps are going to look good. I'm going to look more attractive. I'm going to be with the woman that I want to be with. I just knew that I'm going to have these things. And all that is a spiritual thing, for you to have a vision, a bigger vision than what you are in this current state. This is a spiritual journey, whether you like it or not. But it gets fun. It gets even more fun once you get to where you want to be, because there's always a new mountain to climb, man. But yeah, hopefully that gave you a good insight. That being said, let me know in the comment section what you guys truly believe as well. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and experience. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.